This is Lecture 8, Project Human Resource Management. In this lecture, we are going to discuss about the importance of human resource management and how human resources are allotted and managed during the development of IT projects by the project manager. The outlines of this lecture are, that is, the students will learn in this lecture the following concepts, that is, the importance of human resource management, then different motivation theories to motivate the people to do their job, then developing human resource management plan. There they learn about project organizational charts, responsibility assignment matrices, and about resource histograms. Then students will learn about acquiring the project team, the resource assignment, resource loading, resource leveling concepts will be discussed. Then developing the project team. Under this, they discuss about training to the project team and team building activities for the project team, and rewards and recognition system for the project team. Finally, how to manage the project team and run the project development activities to complete the project development successfully. So these all are the outlines of this lecture. We start with the importance of human resource management. As you know, IT markets, IT software markets always has some ups and downs. But the people are needed to develop and maintain the hardware, software, network, and applications. Because some survey report studies highlighted showed the there is a continuous need for skilled IT professionals, IT experts like IT workers and project managers to lead different projects in the IT field. So, people should upgrade or update their knowledge, their skills, their technical expertise. They have to keep updating so that they can stand in a competitive environment, and they can stand in the IT markets, and they will be suitable for the demanding requirements. So, another things are negotiations and communication skills are also important in finding and keeping a good job in the IT field. What is project human resource management? So it is set of processes required to make the most effective use of people involved in a project. That is, it is a set of processes, activities done to utilize or use the people and get the work from them effectively during the development of the IT project. It includes all project stakeholders like sponsors, users, customers, project team members, then supporting staff, then suppliers who supplies the resources for the project. So here the project team members are actually working to develop the software or IT project, and project manager has to manage mainly these team members, that is human resources, to get their work from them and manage them efficiently to perform their tasks with commitments and successfully complete the project within the given duration. So, human resource management is very much needed. It includes four processes. We will see in the next slide. As we discussed in the previous slide, there are different processes involved in human resource management. So it starts with planning, that is planning, human resource management. Here, the output is human resource plan or human resource management plan will be developed, then executing. So here, during this process, acquiring project team. So they acquire the team members and do the staffing, that is assignment of staff to different tasks. Then they develop the project team, that is they may get some training in the required skills or required technology and other teamwork skills will be given using training. Then monitoring and controlling. Once they started working on the project during this execution stage, then their work performance, the task completion will be monitored and controlled by project manager. So that is managing the project team and handling change requests, updating project management plans and other project documents takes place during this monitoring and controlling process. This way, the human resource management processes goes on till the completion of the project successfully. So these are the different processes involved in project human resource management. Keys to managing people. So here we will see some of the motivation theories given by different HR management authors. Motivation. What is a motivation? So motivation is an influence or creating an interest to the people or to the workers to do their work. So here we will see basic two types of motivation. One is intrinsic motivation, other one is extrinsic motivation. So what is intrinsic motivation? So it causes the people to participate in an activity for their own enjoyment. That is, some people will do their work, will do their job or do their duty without any external influence or force. They do their work, they enjoy their work, they do their work themselves because they enjoy their work. So that is intrinsic motivation. It comes from them. The interest comes from them only because they enjoy their work. Other one, extrinsic motivation. This is another type of motivation from external force. That is, it causes the people to do something for a reward or to avoid penalty. That is, in this case, people are forced, influenced to do the work for some rewards, some appreciation certificates, or some gifts. So the managers or bosses says, if you complete this task, if you reach your target in your work, you will get some reward, or you will get some appreciation certificate or some gift, like that. In this way, by rewarding the employees, they get the work, create the motivation to do the work, or the workers, the employees do the work to avoid the penalty. That is, the managers or bosses, they say they will take some disciplinary action if you don't do your work, if you are not committed in your duty, we will take some actions. So in this way, the employees will be threatened to do their work. So this is extrinsic motivation. This is two types of basic motivations. Next one is Maslow's hierarchy of needs, or Maslow, sorry, Maslow's hierarchy of needs of the people. So the people work for their basic needs first. So what is those basic needs? So according to Maslow's hierarchy of needs theory, he suggests five needs of the people. That is physiological need, safety, social life, esteem, and self actualization. So these are the five needs which will motivate the people to do the work. But once all these needs are fulfilled, satisfied, then these needs will not act as a motivator. That is, it will not motivate the people. So these five needs we will see now. Physiological need is the basic need. The basically people want food and water and a place to take rest. That is the first thing they want for their survival. Then after that they need safety. That is, they need some work, job, job security, so that they can continuously get some income, they can eat, they can take rest, at their accommodations. So they need a regular income through some job for running their life, for their food and accommodation. Then once they got this, next is social life. Now they look for a family, friends, and they want a community, a relationship. After this, esteem. Esteem. They want some good status because they got a good job, they got have a family now, they have friends. So now they want a good position, good status in the society. After that, self actualization. Once they got all these things, basic needs, good job, good salary, job security, and families, friends, and some good position, some status in the society, then self actualization. So now, whatever they need, they can fulfill by themselves. So these all are the hierarchical needs or a hierarchy of needs of the people, which will motivate them to do their work. Once all these needs are satisfied, then these needs will not act as a motivator. It will not motivate them to do the work. So this is Maslow's hierarchy of needs or Maslow's motivation theory. The next motivation theory is Herzberg motivation hygiene theory. So this theory differentiates motivators and hygiene factors. So this theory says motivator and hygiene factor are different. So what are the hygiene factors? That is, if an employee gets a good salary, big salary package, and nice and attractive work environment or nice and attractive office with different facilities, then he will be happy. He will get some sort of satisfaction. If these are not there, not a big salary, not more benefits, or not an attractive office, if it is not there, then the employee will be unhappy or not getting satisfaction. But these are not the motivators to make the employees to work more and more, even if they are present. That is, even if they get a good salary, a lot of benefits, nice work environment, it will not, that is, they will not motivate the workers to do the work. It will make only the employees happy and satisfied. Okay, then what are the motivating factors according to this Herzberg motivation hygiene theory. According to this theory, motivation factors are achievements, recognition, the work itself, and the responsibility, or the factors, motivating factors, which will give work satisfaction to the employees and motivate the employees or workers to do the work more and more. So that is achievement. So if an employee achieved something in his work, reached the target or completed the work on time, produced good results, reached the sales target, like this, if they made any achievements, that will motivate them to work more and more. And recognition, that is, when the employee achieve something, then the top management or the bosses has to recognize their work and appreciate them, reward them, then they will be happy and they work more. And sometimes the work itself, the employee should like the work, the nature of the work makes the employee get interested to do that work. So the work itself act as a motivator and the responsibility. So assigning some responsibility to the employees will also motivate them, motivate the workers to do more and more. So these all are the motivating factors. See, this is an example hierarchical structure or diagram showing the five needs, basic needs of the workers, people, according to Maslow's hierarchy of needs. So what we discussed in the previous slide, this is an example diagram or the hierarchical structure. So the five needs which we discussed are here shown from the bottom of the diagram to the top, showing the basic needs of the people. That is the five needs of the people. So it starts from that physiological needs, then safety needs. First they need the food, water and the place to rest. Then safety needs, jobs, then job security and other safety measures for their life, and the relationship, families, friends, relatives. The next, they need some sort of status in the society and they should feel that they accomplished something. And finally, the self actualization, self realization. So these are the five needs we already discussed in the previous slide according to Maslow's hierarchy of needs. So this is an example structure. motivation theory is McClelland acquired need theory. So this theory says that persons or people's need are acquired or learned over the period of time, and those needs will be shaped by their experiences in their life. That is, people will acquire some needs by their experience when they work in some organizations for a long time. So, year by year, they learn, they get some experience, and through that experience, they will acquire some needs. Those needs are achievements, affiliation, and power. That is, the people needs three types of needs. They are achievement, affiliation, and power. That is, they want to achieve something in their job, in their profession. They want to make an achievements, and affiliation. That is, they want some good positions, good designations in their working place, and the power. Once they get a good positions, because they want an affiliation, good position, designation in their work, like manager, head of the department, or director, or even dean. Like this, they want a good positions. Then they need the power. Yes, because the power is influencing the people to make them work and get the work done by the employees or workers. So they need the power. So these are the three acquired needs of the people. Next, theories are McGregor's theory X and theory Y. What these two theories says, theory X, theory Y. Theory X says, assumes that the workers dislike the work and avoid the works if possible. So managers must use coercion, threat, and various control schemes. That is, the theory X says that the employees don't like the work. They are lazy in their work. They are not motivated. They dislike the responsibilities of doing the work. They always try to avoid and escape from the work. So, in such cases, the managers must take some severe action. Manager must threat them to make them work. So the coercion power or coercion meaning threatening that they will take some disciplinary actions. They can cut the salary of the employee. They can suspend the employees for a week. Like this, they have to threat and get the work from the employees. That is theory X. Next is theory Y. This is just opposite to theory X. So theory Y says that employees or workers or self directed, self motivated, they like the work, they are committed to the work. So that is what theory Y says. That is, theory Y assume that people like the work, they see the work as a natural, and also it indicates that the most significant rewards are the satisfaction of esteem and self actualization need that work can provide. So they feel that they have to work to meet their needs, and they get some satisfaction, self satisfaction in doing the work, and also they are highly self motivated and committed to the work. This is what theory Y says. Now we will see another theory of human resource management given by Thamine and Weilmann's influences and power. According to this theory, there are 9 influence bases available to the project managers. They are authority, assignment, budget, promotions, money, penalty, work challenge, expertise, and friendship. So these are the 9 influence bases available to project managers according to Thamine and Weilmann's influences and power. Now we will see here what is a power and the 5 types of power. So what's a power? So power is an ability to influence others' behavior. So using the power, the manager or a higher authority in the organization can influence the behavior of the employees to get the work done. So power is an ability to have an influence over others to get things done. So normally the people who are in higher positions in the organization have this power, that is authority. So they can easily control the people, manage the people, and make the people to do their work. So that's power. So there are 5 types of power practiced by the managers. Actually, it differs from person to person how they are using their power and getting the people to do the work. One is coercive power. This is the power which uses threats. That is, using this power, the manager can threat the employees, force the employees to do the work. Otherwise, they will be penalized. That is, some action, disciplinary action may be taken on those employees if they don't do their work. So the punishments such as cutting their salary or cutting their promotion or demotion or suspending from the duty for some time. So like this, they get the punishment. So in this way, they threat and get the work. Second type of power is reward power. In this type of power, the manager uses rewards or perks or some monetary, that is monetary benefits to influence the people to do the work. That is, the managers say if an employee completes his job, meet his or her target, achieve something in their job, then they will get some rewards or some monetary benefits or extra salary or even good positions, promotions like this, or sometimes even appreciation certificates. So in this way, they make influence the people, motivate the people to do the work for some rewards and recognitions. Next type of power is legitimate power. This is like military or army based or type of power, that is the strict power normally defined by the person or the manager when he is in that authoritative positions. So as long as that person is in that authoritative position, he defines this type of power and applies that power to make the people to do the work. Next one is expert power. This power is based on some in-depth knowledge or information or expertise, specialization in particular subjects or particular fields. So even in medical field, some doctors are specialized expert in treating heart diseases. Some are expert in treating brain related treatments. So they will be normally respected by others in that organization. Same way, anybody who is expert in, okay, mean software related job. He is an expert in Java programming, or he is an expert in Oracle database programming. So, like this, based on their knowledge, their expertise, specialization, their field, they get that power, expert power. The last one is referent power. This is another type of power based on the attitude of manager. That is, some managers uses this referent power. That is, this power is based on the interpersonal skills of the manager, how the manager moves with the people, he gets the work from the people, is managing the employees, how he is moving with them. So, like this, that interpersonal skills, the communicating with the people, so it gives the way the manager moves with his subordinates will be based on this referent power. So that is, this type of power normally gets admiration from the followers or employees because it will influence and inspire the employees because of his nice and kind movement with the employees. Last slide, we discussed about different types of power. Now we will see another theory which is called Covey theory. It is developed by Stephen R. Covey. He identified 7 habits of highly effective people, that is, successful people. What are the 7 habits of successful people? So, he identified and mentioned in his theory called Covey theory and improving effectiveness. So, what are those 7 habits? So, 7 habits are being proactive, beginning with the end in mind, putting first thing first, thinking win to win, seeking first to understand, then to understood, then achieving synergy, then sharpening the saw. So the first one is being proactive. That means always when you are doing any work, when you're taking any responsibility, so you have to work with positivity, that is positive mind, and you feel or you should feel that you will get success in your work, success in your life. So you are responsible for your work or for your life. So you are the responsible person. Second one, beginning with the end in the mind. Again, it is when you start any work, any task, so you should have in your mind that you should succeed in your work, in your task. You should complete it successfully. So it is something about knowing where you want to go in your life, like this. So always when you start in the beginning itself, you should have where you want to reach, what you want to achieve. That should be in your mind. Then putting first thing first. This is nothing but priority of things to do, or you have to list out what you want to do first, what you want to do second, then what is next. So in this way, you should do anything in order, plan, and in order you have to do. Then you will easily reach your success point. Then thinking win to win. So this win to win approach normally occurs when you are working with other people, when you are working in group or when you are working with another person. This process occurs there. That is, here the main idea is when you are working with another person, both should have the benefit at the end. That is, looking or working for mutual benefits. Next one is seeking first to understand, then to understood. So, whenever there is any discussion, when you are attending any meeting, when you are discussing with others, when you are working in a group, first you should understand what others are saying. You should accept, you should observe what others are saying, what suggestion others are giving. So, understand others' opinions, listen to them. Then you give your opinion, you give your idea, you make them to understand, that is, to be understood. So it is what is called seeking first to understand. First you understand, then you should be understood by others. Next one is achieving synergy. It is nothing but teamwork. It is working as a team or working as a together. That you know already. Always you should work as a team so that you can easily achieve your target or achieve your objective. So you have to work as a team and you have to build that team working skills. The last one is sharpening the saw. That is updating yourself or upgrading yourself. So you have to renew yourself in four areas of your life. That is, you should have a balanced improvement in physical or social or mental or spiritual life. You should have the balanced growth in these four areas: physical, emotional, or social, or mental or spiritual activities. So, this is what is called sharpening the saw. So, these are the seven habits of highly effective people or successful people given by Stephen or Covey. Next one or the next topic is developing the human resource plan. So the human resource plan includes the organizational chart, detailed information on roles and responsibilities, and staffing management plan. We will see in the coming slides about this. So here the top management and the project manager should identify what type of people the project needs to ensure the success. So the project manager and the top management of the customer organization should identify the suitable people who are fit for developing the project successfully. So this is the project organizational chart. So we already discussed about the organizational structure in lecture 2, and we discussed different types of organizational structure like project structure, functional structure, and matrix structure. So here is an example given for the project organizational structure. So it starts with project manager, under him deputy project manager, that is assistant project manager. Then under him many people are working like system engineering, independent test group, or technical lead, or quality assurance people, configuration management. Like this, some set of people are working under deputy project manager. Then under the project technical lead, there are sub project manager 1, sub project manager 2, then sub project manager for hardware. Then under sub project managers, there are many team members. So this is the organizational structure, that is the people working under different levels. So this already we discussed in lecture 2, so you know about this structure. So this is an example for the organizational structure of the project. Next, we will see another new chart which is called organizational breakdown structure. So what is organizational breakdown structure? It is a specific type of organizational chart that will show which organizational units are responsible for which work items. So the work items, we know the work items we get from WBS, that is the work breakdown structure identifies the different work items to be done to develop the project. That is WBS. So each WBS will be under the responsibility of some people or some department in the organization, that is organizational unit. So this work breakdown structure shows which work item or which work package is related to which organizational unit or which department. That is the relationship between the organizational unit, that is the department in the organization or a people in the organization, and the specific work item. So that is organizational breakdown structure. Simple way we can say organizational breakdown structure will help to identify which employee or which department is responsible for the particular work item or work package of the project. So this is OBS, organizational breakdown structure. Now we will see another type of chart, that is responsibility assignment matrix. So this responsibility assignment matrix is developed by the project manager and used by the project manager to clarify the roles and responsibilities in the cross-functional team. Okay, that is, the responsibility assignment matrix is a chart which will map or match, that is relate the work item or work package of the project to the people or the department responsible for doing that work item. So this is what is called a responsibility assignment matrix. That is, the responsibility assignment matrix will match or map, or even you can say relate the work item of the project with or to the people or the department which is responsible for performing that work, doing that work. This is what we described in the organizational breakdown structure also. That is the responsible of the organizational units. So we can say here responsibility assignment matrix describes the participation of various organizational units or departments on people to complete the tasks and deliverables for the project. So this is responsibility assignment matrix. This is an example for the responsibility assignment matrix chart. So here you can see these are the different departments or units of the organization. And here you can see the work items, WBS work items. You know this, each WBS task will have the numbers like this. So each one is a work item from the WBS. So these are the different units that is described in OBS. So now you can see, right, some departments are responsible for that work item. Some units are performing some work item. For example, if we take this work item 111, this item is under the responsibility of system engineering. System engineering department is responsible for this. That is, this department should see that it should be done, and the budgeting or the allocating the time, whether it is done, all these things, this system engineering department will take care, that is responsible to see that it is done. And test engineering unit is performing this item. This task is actually performed by, the work is done by test engineering department. So this is one example of responsibility assignment matrix. That is, this table is showing which item is done, performed by which unit, also which work item is under the responsibility of which organizational unit. So if you take this item, hardware development department, sorry, if you take this item 114, work item 114, both responsibility and performance by hardware development unit. So this unit should be the responsible for this particular work item. That is, they have to take care of this and see that that work is done, performed, the output is given. So all these things, schedule or cost, budgeting, so all these things will see take care of by this and also performed by that unit. So that is R and P is given under same organizational unit or department. So this is responsibility assignment matrix. So here if you see, it's given clearly for smaller project, it is better or the best to assign individual people to WBS work items because it is a smaller project. But if the project is very large, then it is better to assign the work package or work item to organizational units, that is departments, to take care of that and to perform that work item. So this is about responsible assignment matrix. Now we will see another type of chart used in the project management, that is RACI chart. So RACI is an acronym or a short form that stands for responsible, accountable, consulted and informed. That is given here. Responsibility, accountability, consultation and informed. That is what is called RACI chart. So this is a chart or it is a table which shows the major tasks, major work items in the project and the stakeholders who are doing or are responsible for those items or work packages, tasks. So it is given here. Some organizations use RACI charts to show the 4 key roles for project stakeholders. That is this RACI diagram, which will show a table which will show the list of activities and the roles and responsibilities of project stakeholders. So now we will see what are the 4 roles here. responsibility, or we can say responsible, that is who does the task. So this role is actually doing or performing the given task. That is, this person, this stakeholder is responsible to do that work, perform the given task, and give the outcome of the task. So that is responsibility. Who is doing the work? Then accountability, accountable, the person who is accountable for this work. That is, who is having authority for this work. Check this work is completed or not, the output is given or not. In this way, this stakeholder who is accountable will check and make sure that the work is done successfully. That is accountability. Next one is consultation. This stakeholder has the complete information to perform the task, to do the work, or to complete the work, how to do that task. So, like this stakeholder has the information, or he gives the guidelines, suggestions, or the procedures to complete the work, task. The last one is informed. That is, this stakeholder or this person will be notified, that is, will be informed when the task is over, when the work is completed. So, he is the person, he should be updated about the progress or the completion of the task. So he should be informed once the task is done, work is over. So this is what is called RACI chart. Responsible, accountable, consulted, and informed. So in the next slide, we will see the example for this RACI chart. Now we will see the example of RACI chart. So here you can see the table. Here different tasks are shown here, and different stakeholders or people are shown here. That is car owner, shop owner, mechanic, and parts supplier. And here pay for the parts and services. One task, determine parts and services needed. Another task, supply parts, install parts. So take this simple example, you will understand here now. Installing parts. So that is, you are having a car, you have some problem in your AC compressor. So you want to change, install a new AC in the car. So you are taking the car to the car car service center or the car parts or accessories shop, and you are going and telling that shop owner that you want to change the AC compressor. So now the shop owner will inform the mechanic there, because the shop owner, he cannot do the repairing work or changing the parts. So who will do here? The mechanic, car mechanic. He is a technical person. He knows how to do repairing, how to change the parts in the car. So he knows about the car repairing work or changing the parts, installation of the parts. So A, you know that A is accountability, R is responsibility, and I is informed. So in this case, once the car owner, you took the car and gave to the shop owner in his service center, and you told your problem. Now or is given to mechanic, because mechanic is the responsible to do that work, because he knows that work. So he will change the AC compressor in your car. So that's why it is given or here under mechanic. Then A is given under shop owner, because once the mechanic completed the work, installed the new compressor for your car AC, then he is accountable person, accountability. So he is a shop owner. So he will go and check whether he completed the work and now the AC is working, the work is done well. So he checks and confirms, yes, the work is done. Now the owner can take the car. So once he checked and signed off, then it should be informed to the car owner. That's why I here. Car owner should be informed about the completion of the work. So he will inform the car owner that work is completed, the new compressor is fixed in the car, so he can take the car. So this is a simple example you can understand about RACA chart. Staffing management plan and resource histogram. So what is staffing management plan? So the staffing management plan is a planning document which describes when and how the people will be added to the project team and taken off it. That is, how the people are identified and acquired for the team and added to the project team for performing the project development task, and when they will be taken out of the team. So this process is described in staffing management plan. It is how the team members are selected, acquired and added to the team and removed from the team once the work is over. Next one is a resource histogram. So histogram is nothing but a chart, column chart, or looks like that bar chart, which shows, that is the graph or chart shows the number of resources or amount of resources assigned to the tasks for the specific period of a time. That is, how much resources are assigned to the project task over the specific period of time. That is resource histogram. So here we focus on human resources. So how many people are assigned to the tasks of the project during the specific period of time? So that is resource histogram. Acquiring the project team. So how the team members are acquired and assigned to the tasks for performing the IT project development work. So here some of the terms we are going to see are resource assignment, resource loading, and resource leveling. So what is a resource assignment? That is, the organization will select and acquire the people or members for the team according to the skills or expertise needed for doing that particular project. That is, they should have the required skills which should best fit to perform this particular project development work. So normally, for example, if the team is doing IT project for hospital management system or bank management system or sales management system, they see when they acquire, when they select the people, they see if they are making banking system, then they see is there anyone having experience in developing banking system, or if they are making hospital management system, then first they see that the person is having experience in developing hospital management system apart from other technical skills. So in this way they acquire, select and acquire the team members for performing the project development work. So second one is resource loading. Resource loading. So here we are already, I said here we are focusing on human resources, the people working in a team for doing the project development. So this resource loading is nothing but the amount of human resources that the existing schedule requires during the specific time frame. So how much resources are needed to perform some scheduled task during the specific period of time. So that is the resource loading, that is allotting the resources to some scheduled job during some specific period of time, that is to be completed in a specific period of time. So histogram shows the resource loading, that is the amount of resources, the number of resources allotted to perform the specific tasks during the given period of time. And also the histogram shows over allocation of resources. That is, over allocation means more than the required number of resources. So allotting more resources, more number of people than the required number. So this is over allocation of resources. That is also shown in this histogram chart. The third term is resource leveling. What is the resource leveling? So it is a technique. It's a technique to solve the problem of resource over allocation. So resource leveling is a technique to solve the problem of over allocation of resources. If more resources are allocated, that is the over allocation, then this problem can be solved using this technique. And the main advantage is, that is the main advantage of resource leveling is, we can reduce the number of resources, so automatically it will reduce the cost of the development. That is, number of people can be reduced. But how this resource leveling will solve the over allocation? It is by delaying some tasks. By delaying some tasks in the project development, this over allocation the over allocation problem can be solved by a resource leveling technique. That's what we discussed in the previous slide. So how this over allocation can be solved? So now we will see with an example given here. So this is a network diagram shown here. That is network diagram, that is activity on arrows shown here. So here activity A and its duration is 2 days, and C activity B, the duration is 5 days, and activity C duration is 3 days. All these 3 tasks are starting on the same day, A, B, and C are starting on the same day, and task, assume here the task D may start after completing A, B, and C, since this task D is depending on A, B, and C. So now we will see here the resource allocation, that is the number of people allotted. So here all three tasks A, B, and C are starting on the same day, and task A is allotted 2 workers, and task B has been allotted 4 workers, and task C is allotted 2 workers. So 2 plus 4, 6 plus 2, 8. So totally 8 workers are allotted, and all the three tasks or activities starting on the same day. So after task A is completed, then it has to wait till other 2 tasks gets get completed for starting task D, that is activity D, because the activity D depends on A, B, and C. So now task A started, and in 2 days it is completed, but task D cannot start because it depends on A, B, and C. Then after 3 days, okay, the task C is completed, and again the D cannot start. Then after 5 days, task B is completed. Then only after this task D can start. So in this case, all the three tasks are starting on the same day. So 8 workers are allotted for 3 different activities to do those tasks. Here we can reduce this number of workers from 8 to 6. How? How can we reduce these resources? Here we have over allocation of resources. So number of resources, human resources, can be reduced. How? Yes, here after A is completed, 3 days D has to wait, and after after C is completed, on third day again there is a 2 days slack time, because B will finish only after 5 days. So A is having 3 days of slack, and C is having 2 days of slack after completing its work. So you know what is a slack time. Already it's discussed in lecture 5. Now we will see here the second diagram how it is reduced. Now we can start task A and B first, and we can delay the task C because task A needs 2 days to complete and task C needs 3 days to complete, but task B needs 5 days to complete. So in this case, first we start A and B and we allot 4 workers to the activity B and 2 workers to activity A. So now after 2 days, A will complete, and from third day to fifth day, 3 days, next 3 days, C can be done by those 2 workers. So now at the end of fifth day, C will also complete, B will also complete. So next activity D can start without any delay. So thus here the number of workers from 8 is reduced to 6 workers by delaying task C. So this is a resource leveling process, resource leveling technique to solve the problem of resource over allocation. The main advantage is it will reduce the cost of the project. Developing the project team. The main goal of team development is to help people work together more effectively to improve the project performance. So that is the project team, that is the teamwork. Teamwork is very important for performing and achieving the target or achieving the goal. So working always together gives better results than working as an individual. So the main aim of team development is to make a team or group the people and get the work more effectively to achieve the success of the project. Here, Dr. Bruce Tuckman, an author of the Human Resource Management, published a 5-stage model of team development. So he said there are 5 stages in the formation and the development of the team. 5 stages are forming, then storming, norming, performing, and adjourning. So what is forming? Forming During this forming stage, a team will be formed and all the members meet and they introduce one another and they come to know about each other, about the background, educational background, their experience, their expertise or specialities. So all these things they come to know each other. Then storming. So here during this stage, the members will get their roles and responsibilities. So what they are going to do in their work and what is expected from them by the organization. Then norming. So here they focus on the group development. That is the teamwork. They focus on teamwork here, and they feel that they understand here that working together as a team, as a group, will be more effective than working as an individual, and they can easily achieve their target or complete their task as a teamwork instead of individual or doing alone. Then performing is the performance of the allotted task. So the team will do their allotted tasks and complete their work allotted for developing the projects according to the schedule with the commitments. They perform their duty and complete the task of project development. Then adjourning. Once the project is completed, developed successfully and completed, then they formally close that project and the team will dissolve. So this is adjourning, that is the closing formally. So these are the five stages: forming, storming, norming, performing, and adjourning. So developing the project team is also improving the team. That is improving or updating the team members with the latest technologies or required technical skills, even teamwork skills or motivational skills, etc. So it's important to keep improving the project team or the team members to face any challenges in the project development or in their work. So first one is training. Training can be given to the team members as and when they need in any specific areas of their work or in their field in the latest technologies, or even system development skills training can be given to the project team members so that they can improve their knowledge, their skills, and they get expertise in the required skill areas. So they can go for some training in a regular training classes, or they can do the course through e-learning, distance learning. In this way, they should have or they should get training time to time to improve their job or work skills. Second one is team building activities. Also, not only in technical areas, also they should be trained or they should be given some physical training like a basic military training, some physical training to strengthen their physical challenges or to face the physical challenges. Also, mentally or psychologically, they should be strong enough to face the problems, issues during their work. So, they should be given some sort of psychological training also. So, in this way, they become strong physically and psychologically to face any challenges in their teamwork. And also, they can do the work and complete their work successfully. Then, next method of improving or motivating the development team, project team, is a reward and a recognition system. This is the management, the organization or the management can reward the whole team for their work. That is, the team can be given some appreciation certificates, some rewards, some awards, some gifts, or increase in the salary. Like this, the organization or the top management can reward the team so that this will motivate them to work more effectively as a team during the project development process. So this is these are the different ways the project team can be developed, improved. The last topic is managing the project team. Here, how the project manager has to manage the project team members to get their work done, to complete the project development on time and within the budget. So first one is observation and conversation. So the project manager has to observe the team members and their work performance. That is how team members are working as a team or as an individual, how they are working. So in this way, the project manager should check the performance of the team and team members, and he has to talk to them. He should have a good conversation with the team members, and he should suggest some techniques or methods to them to manage their time or to manage the cost or how to work with full commitment. So like this, project manager has to talk to them and get their opinion also, their suggestion also in the work and how they feel about the work allotted to them. So like this, conversation between the project manager and the team members are very important. Next one, project performance appraisal. So here, the appraisal means evaluation again, evaluating. Performance appraisal, that is appraising, evaluating the performance and giving the timely feedback to the employees, to the team members. This is another important function of the project manager. So he has to appraise, he has to evaluate the work performance of the team members, and he should give feedback to the team members about their work and how they are working, what is lagging with them, and what they should improve. Like this, he should give the project manager, he or she, the project manager should give the required correct feedback to the employees or members of the team. The next one is interpersonal skills. Here, the project manager should have leadership skills and decision making skills, and also he should or he can influence the people to get their work done. So project manager is a leader, he is leading a team, so he should have that leadership qualities, how to move with the people, how to talk to the subordinates, how to get work from them, how to appreciate them, how to manage them. So like this, the project manager should have leadership skills, and also the decision making skill is another important skill for the managers, leaders. So but they should take the decision according to the situation when required to make any decision. So even in the project development also, the project manager should be able to take decision on scheduling or change of scheduling the task, or even the budgeting, accepting or rejecting the change requests. So like this, he should make a decision whenever it is needed. The last one is conflict management. So conflicts, that is some issues, problems between or among the team members when they are working as a team to develop the projects. Because the team members, each one may be from different background, different experience, different cultures. So when they work as a team, definitely they will have some problems, some conflicts, issues, even ego problems, all will be there. So in such situations, the project manager should handle those problems, tackle those problems, and solve those problems or conflicts and make them work together in a cooperative manner to achieve their project objectives. That is to complete the project development successfully. So these are the some of the responsibilities of the project manager for managing the project team.